Doug Ford bites. Hey, Doug Ford bites. Do you know what he is doing right now? Canada's top court to hear appeal on whether or not to keep Doug Ford's mandate letters secret. Mandate letters traditionally lay out marching orders a premier has for each of their, let's just go with their instead of his or her. Media, let's start doing that. Just go their ministers after taking office, and have been routinely released by governments across the country. Ford's government, however, has been fighting to keep the mandate letters from public for nearly 4 years. CBC Toronto filed a Freedom of Information request for the records in July 2018, shortly after Ford took office. The government denied access in full, arguing the letters were exempt from disclosure as cabinet records. Why keep them a secret? Why? This sounds very familiar, like somebody else who was reluctant to release information that traditionally has been released before, huh? Yeah, the similarities between him and Trump are pretty astonishing, including the habit of always referring to themselves in the third person. That I never quite understood, but both of them do that fairly often. I know Sandy would never do that because it just sounds weird to sit here and say, Sandy is giving this presentation and she's doing a fairly good job of it. But it's not just the mandate letters that he's trying to keep secret. A lot of his candidates aren't even bothering to show up to debates. Pattern emerging of Ontario PC candidates not showing up to local debates. This is not new either. This happened the last time. Why aren't the candidates showing up to debates? Right, it's because they would have to talk about the policies nobody wants. It's that old saying, if you don't have something good to say, don't show up. People forget that in the last election, he didn't even release his entire platform to the public as he was running to become Premier of Office, and yet people still voted him in. I don't get that. Nobody would agree to car repairs without knowing what it is, or sit down in a restaurant and just trust the staff will put food in front of you that you want and charge you what you think you should owe them. But when it comes to policies that will affect our lives, our healthcare, our education, everything around us, yeah, sure, just do it. People need to wake up. They're not telling us these things because they don't want us to know, because they know we won't like it. That's why these bites are so important, to remind people of the horrible things he's done and continuing to do. The media doesn't do a very good job of informing the public, and the public doesn't do a very good job of staying informed with politics when it's not an election season. They don't stay that informed when it is an election season either. We need to do better as a country when it comes to actually getting involved with politics. On June 2nd, we need to vote Ford out. And let's not use the Liberals because they also suck.